Hello and welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to learn bead matting in details. Okay, so let's jump right into it. So your beads, okay, so this is rondels, or you can call it crystals. It says 0.6 mm. You need your scissors and of course your thread, 0.7 mm nylon thread. Okay, so first of all you will have to pick 4 beads. Okay, so you pick 4 beads, you string 3 like I have done, and then you cross the 4th bead by putting it on one side of the thread, and then you cross it with the other side of the thread like I am doing right in this video. Okay, and then you put it all down, and then you stretch it on both sides so that it becomes tighter. Okay, yes, so you continue by picking 3 beads. So you pick 3, you fix one on the left, one on the right side of the thread, and then you cross the 3rd bead. Okay, and so for the first step of the bead matting, this is what you're going to do. The first step done, but we're going to repeat the second step. Okay, so like you are seeing, we are going to pick 3 again, fix one on the left, one on the right, and then we're going to cross the 3rd bead. Right, okay, so you're going to continue doing the second step. That is, you pick 3, one on the left, one on the right, and then you cross the 3rd bead. Right, okay, so if you're doing a bag with let's say a size of 10 or a size of 20, you're going a 20 bead count. Okay, so when I say bead count, I mean you're counting the side of the beads. You know, when you're doing the bead matting, you have beads, one bead at the side. So that is what I use to count or determine the size of my bags. So when you count that, let's say you're making a bag that will have 20 bead count. Okay, you will need to do this or repeat this step 19. Okay, so right now I have 4. So if you're making a bag that has a 20 bead count size, you will need to repeat this one 19. Okay, so this one I am just using it to, even though I'm going to use it for a bag in my next video, I decided to do a detailed bead matting with this one. Okay, so I have 9 now, then I am going to 10 with the 10th one. So like you've seen, I fixed all the 3 beads on one side of the thread, and then I am crossing the 3rd bead. Okay, so this is how you do to 10. Okay, so by turning, what I mean is that you let your threads come out from the bead on the side and not the top one. Okay, on the side, so that you can build it up. Okay, so on this side of the thread, that is the one in my left hand, I am going to fix 2 beads on it. Okay, and pick another bead, making it 3, and then I'm going to cross the 3rd bead like you've seen in the video. Right, I have a video on how to slow down YouTube videos so you can understand it much better. So I will leave the link in the description box so you can check it out. Okay, so after you've done this, you go through the next bead with your right thread, and then you pick 2 beads, and then you cross the 2nd bead. Okay, you enter this bead, you pick 2, and then you cross the 2nd bead. Always be mindful of the thread used to enter the next bead. Okay, because if you change it, you're not going to have the same result like I am having. So always use the thread down or towards the main work, not the top one. Okay, or you can call it by names of how it is in your hand. So I always enter the bead with my right thread and then fix the bead on the left thread. Okay, and then you cross the second bead. So here you enter one and then you pick two, and then after picking two you cross the second bead, and that is how you're going to continue making the second line. Okay, so you enter the next bead and then you pick two, you fix both on the the left side of the thread, and then you cross the second bead, and then you are good to go. So it's now time for us to turn, to close the second line and then to start the third line. Okay, so to turn or to finish the second row, I'm going to pick two beads and fix it on this side of the thread. Okay, the right thread, the one in my right hand. Okay, so I'm going to pick two beads and then I'll fix it on that very thread, or sometimes you can identify it by the one you were entering the bead with. So when you get to the last one, it is that thread that you're going to fix the bead on. Okay, so I pick two and then I am crossing the second bead, and that is how you end the second row. Okay, so the second row is complete and it's now time to start the third row, right? Okay, so with that same side of the thread, the one in my right hand, I am going to pick three beads. Okay, so three because we are starting a new line. So I'll pick three, fix it on the right thread. Okay, or the one outside, not the one towards the main work. So you pick three, fix it on it, and then you cross the third bead like I'm doing the video, right? So it's now time to continue like we were doing. You enter one bead and then you pick two beads, you cross the second line. Okay, you see the direction has changed, but also always know that it is the thread that is down, the one towards the martin is the one you're going to be entering the beads with. Okay, so be mindful of that. So you can turn it, you just have to have it at the back of your mind which thread you're going to enter the beads with. And then always when you are doing it or when you are beading and you make mistake, please release it or loosen it up so that you know where the mistake was. That's how I used to learn. Okay, I used to learn new things, so you can also do that. You don't always have to be asking me or others. Okay, you can learn on your own through your mistakes. So at this point, I'm going to show you how to end and finish your threads like a pro. I mean, you don't have to be leaving traces. When someone takes your work, the person will know how you ended it. You tie a knot or no. So at this part, I'm going to show you how to finish up your thread like a pro. Like it won't show, it won't leave any traces. Okay, so you continue to enter the bead like I am doing. Alright, so you pick two beads on the left thread and then normally you will have to tie, but no, that is for beginners. Okay, so to do it like a pro, you take the thread with the beads on, and then you cross this bead, the one that we enter the down thread with. Okay, you cross that bead, or you can slow it down to know it better, but as you can see, I didn't cross the second bead I picked. All right, and then you enter the bead. There is no knot, there is no, I mean, yeah, you don't have to knot inside the bead, neither will you need to tie a knot. Anyway, it doesn't show, I mean, it leaves traces. Okay, and then we want to be beading like pros. I mean, we are pros already. Okay, we don't have to leave traces for someone to know where we ended this fishing line and where we added a new thread. No. Okay, so you just cross it simply like that, and then you enter the beads with the rest of the fishing line. Just make sure you won't go straight, it will be a zigzag way. Okay, you go left, you go straight, right, straight, left, straight, like that, like zigzag way, and that is how you secure your thread. Okay, I mean, yeah, so please, if you watch this video to this point, please make sure you've subscribed, and then any adverts that you see on this video, please do not skip it. Okay, thank you very much for not skipping. So like I am pulling it, but it's not coming out, even though I didn't tie a knot, it is not coming out. So I'm just going to go ahead and then cut the excess. I mean, there's no need to hide all the thread. Okay, just few beads and you're good to go. Now to start a new to start with a new thread, you cut a new thread and then you enter these two beads. Okay, as you can see where my hand is, these two beads. Okay, you enter those beads and then you see that you've come back on track like how you were doing it, and it is as simple as that. Okay, so sometimes you might want to be doing it piece by piece. Okay, especially when you're dealing with two colors. So here I'm going to show you how you're going to be joining your pieces together. It is very simple. So on the top thread, I will fix one bead on it like this, and then with that same thread I will enter the first bead of the other side like shown in the video, and then I am going to pick one bead and cross it, right? As simple as that. And then the next thing to do is even much easier. You enter one bead or the next bead on both sides with your threads, one bead on the left, the next bead on the right, and then just pick one bead and then you cross it. Okay, just pay attention to the video, don't mind the nonsense I'm spelling. Okay, if you pay attention to the video you will understand what I'm saying. Yeah, so that's how you join your pieces together. Okay, especially when you're dealing with different colors, you might want to do it I mean color by color, so you'll be bit, and then when you want to join it, you use this method. Okay, so thank you so much for staying with me. That's not the end of the video though. I have a surprise for you at the end of the video, so please stay tuned. So when you are done joining your pieces, okay, it's just the same way like we finished the other thread. Okay, you just don't need to tie a knot, there's no need. Okay, you can simply cross the bead on the side and then you enter some few beads with it and then you're good to go. There's no need for any tie. The surprise is yet to come. Continue watching. Here we are with our bead mats. Okay, you can use this for anything, but like I said, I'm going to use this for a video, for a bag in my next video. Okay, here comes the surprise. Okay, so in my next video I'm going to show you how to make this particular bag. I mean, you've requested for it for a very long time, so I'm going to show you with this bead matting right here. Bye bye.